I'm getting this thing going. All right, hi guys. So Fiona, we've kind of changed the format. I was sticking to one format for a while, and then I changed it up just because times are different. But we have children. Hi. But actually, I mean, there's not a lot of people on right now, Fiona. So I'm gonna wait for you to kind of like introduce yourself and tell people while you're here. But in the meantime, since you guys are on, how's everybody doing so far? Is everybody okay? I know we have a little bit of an adjustment period here that we're working with. So everybody, you guys can unmute yourself if you want to. How do we unmute everybody?
I'm adjusting to being back in the States.
I know. And Francie, you came back to the self-quarantining yourself, and now you're just officially in a quarantine with everybody else. But that's so funny.
Yes.
How's everybody else doing? You guys okay? Anyone can chime in here.
I'm stressed.
I know. I know. But I see you're food prepping, Elise, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to like just stay and make things normal as possible.
Yeah. That's funny. That's why everyone's like, oh my God, how are you squatting in jeans? I'm like, I can't live in like sweatpants for I don't know how long. Like, I have to feel normal. Oh, Ada's on. What up, Ada? We all unmute ourselves for right now. Michelle, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, actually a pretty good week considering being thrown into what we call the last week.
Yeah.
But I was on top of my nutrition and my exercise, so that was good.
Excellent. Fantastic. All right. Danielle, how you doing?
I'm tired.
Are you? Have you still, I mean, were you working the entire week?
Yeah, I'm working this week too.
But not like at your job, are you?
Outside.
Yeah, because we're an insurance company, so we're considered an essential business, and they're leaving everybody else home, but I can't work from home because of the way my job is set up. So I'll be there.
Wow. Okay. Woo. I have to say an extra prayer for you, girl. All right. Tara Klein, how you doing, girl? You can unmute yourself.
I'm
How are
good.
you doing?
Pretty good. Not too bad. I work from home normally, so.
So for you, you're kind of like, it's kind of the same.
The biggest adjustment was having company.
That's kind of what I said. I was like, after all of this, I'm like, which one of us is going to go before the other one?
Right. Same.
And I actually, now I'm in Francie's boat too. So my mom is here with us also. So that's a little bit of an adjustment too. So that's been a fun time.
Huge. It's a huge adjustment.
Yeah. And then we don't really have like a house that's like super big for that. So it's like, hey, everyone's in each other's spaces. Awesome. So, all right. So you guys can, actually, I'm going to go back to muting all of you for now. And all right, here we go. So, all right, so we do have a new guest here for the first time. All right, we have Fiona on, and Fiona is going to introduce herself. She's going to tell us why initially she joined this group before all the chaos and havoc started. And Fiona, you can, you can share some of your challenges, especially now, like with what's going on and with what you're doing, and how during this time we can really help support you any more than this group would normally help support you. Please let us know. So I am going to unmute you, Fiona, and you can say hello to the group.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, so you have the floor, Fiona.
Well, hi everybody. Thanks for having me. I originally signed up, and still have signed up for this just to kind of get my nutrition intact along with my, my working out, and just kind of get healthier and just get a hold of everything with some assistance and make sure I'm doing the right thing, and some accountability is huge for me.
Absolutely. I mean, if you'd like to share with everyone, I mean, we're all kind of transitioning here during this week, but if you want to tell people like what you normally do and like what you have been dealing with, especially this past week, and I mean, you can go ahead and share how you've been holding yourself accountable. I think you've been doing great this week, but you can share that with the group too.
Yeah, it was definitely a trying week. I have restaurants and bars in Manhattan, so we pretty much just cleared everything out. You found out at 12 o'clock in the day that you were closing down at 8 o'clock at night, and there's over 100 employees in some of the between all the places. So definitely kind of tested patience and, just did a lot. Like, as for everybody, like life just kind of went upside down in many different aspects this week. With the past week, this coming week should be a lot more settled in some respects, because at least you're in place somewhere. I'm not going back and forth and trying to sort quick things out, and now just kind of looking to work from home as far as getting some help financially and helping the staff and doing the best thing I can for them. So it's a different type of stressful week, but I think it'll be a bit of an easier one to find a routine in this new norm that we have.
I hear you. So did neither one of your places have the option to do takeout or delivery?
We do, but unfortunately, I was in Manhattan this morning. You can hear the birds chirping.
Yeah.
So nobody's really even doing takeout or delivery. Your only options would be DoorDash or Postmates, and they're not, doing too much. So for us to put any of our employees in danger to make, a very minimal amount on that order, it's just so different in there than what it is out in, the suburbs. We're right in the middle of Times Square, so people are staying inside.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
So yeah, it was surreal. I will say that. I never thought that there's about 3 cars on the road today in Times Square, and you didn't hear a horn honking, a bus going, a train going. It's definitely kind of eerie.
Yeah. It's weird for the city. The city's always so busy. That's crazy. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you actually have this group during this time, because sometimes when we're faced with adversity and we feel like we're by ourselves and don't have people to lean on, it's harder to get through times like this. And I think that, thank God for Easy and, the opportunity to have this group, the opportunity to have all the people that we have outside of this group, and for all of us to be able to at least, look at each other, see each other, lean on each other. I think it helps us get through the trying times. And, even for me, it's good to be able to, somewhat normalcy, be able to get on this call with you guys that we do every Sunday and, just talk things out. So, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for sharing, Fiona. And you, listen, despite what you've been dealing with this week, you've kicked butt, and I saw your meal prep, and I saw that you carried those kegs up and down the stairs. So, we'll work on getting a schedule, and I think that's important for everyone, but getting a schedule intact, so that we can all feel kind of normal. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And I'm sorry I missed last week's call, everybody, but I'm here this week.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Thank you. Awesome. So, Fiona brings up a really good point, and I think what's going to be most important for all of us going forward is trying to have some normalcy, and create schedules for ourselves, right? Because even though some of us may not have to leave the house to work, or even if you do, but you have your kids home or whatever the case may be, I think the most important thing is to be creating a schedule, creating boundaries for ourselves, even if we have to be home. And obviously, most importantly, is still, sticking to our nutrition and not using what's going on around us as an excuse to fall off the wagon. I kind of did myself. I was kind of with everything that was going on with Easy and trying to help the rest of the team get everything prepared, and just, things coming towards us at whirlwind speed. I kind of use that as an excuse to we need to get food. But I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to get some snacks just in case we can't leave. I'm like, we never buy snacks. Why did I use this week to be like, oh, what if we need snacks? We don't even buy this stuff. So I just use it as a serious cop out to buy a bunch of crap that we never eat. So actually today I think has been our best day so far. We have a crap ton of prepped food, which is obviously going to be super important to keeping ourselves on track. That's like one thing that always leads us to success is making sure that we have our meal prepped, or Francie, 90 bags of goldfish.
I'll take one.
Oh, and you made me lose my train of thought. Yeah,
Staying on point with prep.
meal prep, and trying to get our workouts in. We have the easy workouts online. I feel like if you can most definitely get on the live Zoom for the workouts. I think it is literally next to the closest thing to being at easy, right? Like it's about the environment and it's about having that energy and, being able to see the coaches get on and like even having us like correct your form or scream your name or, tell you to keep going or whatever the case may be. I think it is so, so, so important. So take that knowing that we are we didn't announce it yet, but we are going to keep the live Zooms going. All right. They're going to pretty much be 5:30, 6:30, 8, 9 in the afternoon. They're going to be 4, 5, and 6. So we're doing that for you guys so that it feels like regular gym hours. So if you have to plan and schedule your day, plan and schedule your workout as if you were going to go to the gym, right? If you're going to leave the gym and take a class, use that as an opportunity to get on the Zooms. Like I feel like are totally like make or break your workouts. Like I'm sure deep down inside, we can all find a little bit of motivation to like get through the motions and stuff like that. But it's not the same, right? When you're doing it by yourself. Like I know even if it's just with Ed, like I'll work hard because there's someone there with me, right? So fit that workout into your schedule, just like you would do on a regular day when you're going to the gym. And, that's what I got for now.
Cool.
You got anything to say for now? And then I'm going to see if anybody else needs any help with anything.
No, I just, I take it back to what Tara said last Sunday about even though we're home doing the meal prep, and even though we have fallen off a little bit because of the chaos of everything and getting caught up in the BS of it, we still are meal prepping, because I want to make sure that we have the food. We have, as Sherry put it, I'm going to put it very mildly, we have a shit ton of food.
We do.
And, just to be prepared,
Mm-hmm.
like I was able to go to Restaurant Depot, so I got 40 pounds of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I vacuum sealed it and freezed it, so we have it. So we have protein. We had everything we need. Did we need the snacks? Probably not.
No.
Did it soothe our souls?
Right.
Because of the emotions we were all going through?
Right.
Because one of the things that we talk about, what Sherry talks about all the time, is what leads to us falling off track is our emotional eating, right? The emotions of it are what is the number one cause, the stress, emotional eating. So this is a perfect time for us to like fall into that trap. So I just go back to that, and I'm just super happy that we were able to stay on point. We had a couple of days where we ate crappy, but I don't regret it. It felt great. It was delicious. I'm going to go back to my workouts. Now that she's, let the cat out of the bag, she's got a really cool, cute little setup downstairs of all the weights that she needs. And, the Zoom, everything's ready to go for you guys for tomorrow for the workouts. So at some point I'm going to sneak down there and do a workout, and you'll probably hear her abusing the shit out of me as I do the workout. Like she usually does. That easy. She wants it to be like a regular environment.
That's
right?
true. That is true.
I know this is hard. It's hard for you guys to get supplies. So I did my vision board because I had Sherry go up to the dollar store and get me some stuff. So I did do a vision board. I'll share it. If you guys are not doing it or you haven't seen the Motivation on Monday video with doing the vision board, wait, you guys work on that if you have time, or now that you have all this downtime. Some of you do. I know some of you are still busy and are in the trenches, and God bless you. We'll pray for you because it is crazy out there. But do something to occupy.
Occupy.
Thank you. Occupy your
Has
minds.
2 C's.
Thank
2
you.
C's.
Must have been that extra chocolate I had.
Oh, God.
But do something to occupy your minds to keep that positive mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall into the trap of the fake news, of the falseness, of the, oh my God, this is going on, this is going on. this was inevitable to happen because of what's going on with this, and it's better to be safe than sorry. We're still able to go to the stores, guys. So if you need the essentials, go get
Yeah.
food that you need. Go get your food prep stuff. You can go to the store and pick up $1 piece of poster board and do the vision board, because I feel like what's important about that is thinking about what your goals are for the next 6 months. I mean, you guys are in this program for your nutrition, but it starts with mindset. So I did a vision board really quick. I'll show you. And it like blew my mind, some of the stuff I put on there. Like, I was pretty scared to put it on there, honestly. So the fact that I was scared to put it on there means to me that it's stuff that is out of my comfort zone and stuff that I want to accomplish. And, you know, that's about it. I think that I appreciate all you guys and what you're doing, and welcome back, Francie. I'm glad you made it back safe from your trip. That was so awesome. What a great time with your dad. Oh my God, with your mom. What a dream, right? Yeah, pretty awesome.
So I know like Taryn is still working, and Maddie, I think you're still working too, right? All right. Apparently Danielle's working too. Well, I know Francie's working from home and everything else, but you know, if you guys aren't working from home per se, I know for myself, like will actually have some extra time now. I'm just gonna use that time for like I said last week, like getting things done that are super important to like progressing where I need to go in life. And by the way, we have another visitor. We have a bird now too, in case anybody was wondering what that was.
That's 6 pets now.
It came from Staten Island as well, in case anybody was just like, where did this random bird come? All of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's a bird behind my head. Oh yeah, we got a bird now too. He came with my mom from Staten Island. But anyway, you know, use the time that you have. If you know, even if you have the kids at home, and I honestly cannot even imagine what it's going to be like, or what it's been like for anyone that has children at home. I probably would have ran out of the house by now. But, you know, try to just do something for yourself too. Even if it's just like 10 minutes to relax, you know, like get your meal prep, get your workout in, and just, even if it's 10 minutes, just to like woosah yourself, right? So that we don't all lose our minds, right? Because this is like kind of a crazy time.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to let anybody have the floor. Actually, I'd like to, well, I'm going to volunteer, Maddie, because you look so happy, but I actually just want to hear from you and hear what's going on. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Doing all right.
Talk to me. What's going on? How was the week?
I have to go in to work. Being completely honest,
What happened?
I don't think they're really doing enough to let us work from home, but that's just me. So I'll be in there.
How were you able to deal with the week? Like how was it for you with work, and like were you able to get any workouts in, or
Yeah, I got 3 workouts in, so I stayed on track with that. I try and get at least 3 workouts in.
anyway?
Anyways, so I got my 3 workouts in on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Okay.
Couple other days just after work. I want to say Friday, yesterday, and Wednesday. We went on a walk today. So we've been getting out of the house, trying to just not sit around, especially now, like, that Ed's home all day. My Ed is home all day. He's like, I need to get out. So I'm like, all right, I'll go with you. So
Good.
dealing with that. Meal prepped is going well because it's just me that I'm meal prepping for now.
Okay.
Instead of everyone.
Taking care of his own stuff now that he's home.
Yep.
Good.
He's home with Delaney, so he's got those 2 kind of that he'll just do tomorrow, I'm assuming. I don't know. He didn't do anything today, but
Okay. Well, I can't expect too much, but all right, good. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to check in with you and just make sure that you were holding it together and still.
You know, it was a fairly decent week, eating wise, exercise wise. I did everything I really wanted to. I missed a couple lunches, but work was just insane, so I tried not to eat the wrong thing, and I figured if I missed a meal, that's better than eating stuff that I shouldn't
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
eating.
Good.
So yeah,
Okay.
that was it.
I just felt the urge. I felt like I needed to check in on you personally and hear the words from your mouth that you were doing okay.
Doing all right.
All right, good. There's a smile, girl. We need to. Are we all forgetting just because we're in quarantine? Like, you should all be looking in the mirror every day and
Right.
I wish I
saying
was in
your-
quarantine.
What's your way of being?
what's your way
man?
of being to yourselves.
But the
Don't
people that are-
forget.
A couple
Come
people
on
that
now.
we will have to fill them in on that.
Yes. Oh, we will. We'll catch them up on that. Absolutely.
The one thing that you just said that made me think of it was, like, with the whole prep thing, staying on a routine. Like,
Mhm.
Ed's home now, and then Fiona, this is important for you too, because in a week or in 2 weeks or in 8
Mhm.
weeks, whenever this is over, I think it'll be over sooner than later. But
Yeah.
shit's gonna hit the fan because we're gonna go back to our regular lives.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
don't know what that regular life is gonna look like now, right? So
Yeah.
having a routine with what we're eating and what we're doing with ourselves is really, really important right now, because it's gonna come a point where this is not the chaos. This is the easy part. When we get back out there, the new, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And that was something I talked to him about too. It's like, no matter what his schedule's like for the rest of the year, being in a school, I mean, he got an email saying that school might be closed for the rest of the year.
Oh, wow.
So he might just be home until September.
Mm.
But I told him, like, regardless of that, like, I just want to keep something similar for me. So, like, I'm still going grocery shopping on Friday nights. I'm still doing my meal prep Sunday. So, like, I need to keep at least that part consistent, because my schedule basically is consistent other than going to the gym.
Right. Good. Good. Excellent. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Smile more, Maddie. I miss your smile. There we go. All right. Awesome. Thank you. I just needed to hear from you and make sure everything was good. All right. Excellent. Good. Anyone else want to share how they've been doing this week, how they felt like they've had to transition differently, how it's been going so far? Like, anybody feel like they're like about to bust at the seams and you need to vent for a minute? Francie, oh boy. Go ahead, Francie.
So after coming home from England, we had decided to do the self-quarantine for ourselves. And then it was announced the day before we were flying back that the schools were closed.
Yes.
And it was kind of mayhem because we had like no food in the house, nothing, because I had depleted it all before we left for vacation. It was really hard. I don't know why I struggled so much with the time difference this time. Like, we travel a lot, so I'm not sure I don't know if it was just the added stress and everything, but I drank a lot more soda this week than I have in months.
Okay.
So I was really disappointed in myself, but I took a page from you and Ed and I shook it off, and I'm regrouping myself. I got rid of the supply that was in the house, so we're good, because now I won't buy anymore. But it's just been a hard adjustment for me because I work from home. So I still have to log in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't get off until 5:30. But now I have to squeeze 3 to 4 hours of Declan's school into the day. So you have all of us home, all 4 of the family members home. Why there's a punching bag in my basement. And it's just been a huge adjustment for us. We're all kind of used to being able to do our own thing, like, and now we don't have a huge house, but we're all kind of there with each other all the time. So it's and there's no sports on. We were watching like the World Cup stacking championship today. That's what we were reduced to today. The World Cup stacking championship.
ESPN Ocho, man, you gotta love it.
It was. But so it's just, I got some normalcy because I did my meal prepping last week. I'll do it again this week, but it was really just trying to find the new schedule. I'm feeling pretty solid with the schedule that we got on Thursday. So after 4 days, I think we finally got one that'll work. And I think that working out in the morning, I have to do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it at night. It was not work. I wasn't going to sleep until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was bad. So definitely not doing that.
So,
I missed rock skipping, Maddie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dang.
Man, that's so cool. Oh my God.
I got stuck with the cups.
Oh my God. But yeah, so Francie, now that you're kind of back and a little more adjusted with time, I definitely feel like you should still try to get up and get on for 5:30, right? Like if you would go to class, right, for 5 a.m., get on at 5:30. I think for you especially, that'll be a good way to start your day. Because I think one, you'll have more energy, you'll feel more invigorated, you'll be like, oh my God, that was so awesome. And then you'll be like totally ready to rock the day. Can you and your husband like split the school thing with Declan or no? Okay.
Not if, well, he's doing the writing because we found out on Tuesday that if mommy does the writing, mommy has to do the drinking. So I'm not doing the writing.
Okay. What about like using what may be like, well, you said you found a schedule that you think is going to work. So, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
The only thing is we're actually waking him up earlier than he was for school because I have to have him done with like his first part by 8:30 in the morning because I can't log on much later than that.
Okay. All right. So, listen, again, this is like a test for everyone to see how it goes.
It is.
You know what I mean? So, I think you'll be fine. I'm glad that you got rid of the soda, which is fine too. And again, it's like, just whatever. It's okay. We
fall
can't.
back on what's comfortable.
Yeah.
And I totally did. I went right to it. It was like, and then I was like, what are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you?
It's, again, it's the most important thing is not to sit in it and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that to myself. Like, and we just move on and we get rid of the bad stuff. And we just, like I said, we ate. I think today was the best day that we've eaten so far.
We had a good day. I didn't drink enough water, I'll be honest with you, but we did have a good day. Funny story, I went and found those rice cakes and I said, oh, I got 4 sleeves of the chocolate. They had a lot more, but I literally got yelled at. Why didn't you buy all of them?
Well, then I realized,
because I don't want to be like the person buying all the toilet paper in the store. I wanted to leave a couple of sleeves for somebody else.
Well, then
Listen, toilet paper is one thing, but chocolate rice cakes? Nah, every man for themselves.
And then I went to Walmart, yesterday, and they had a ton of them, and I was like, don't buy them. I was like, really, like, don't look like the crazy person. But all right, I'm glad you're back on track and you're getting settled. This week's gonna be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I promise. All right, thanks for sharing, Francie. Anybody else? Anyone else? Yes, Danielle. Go ahead, girl. Talk to me. There we go.
Week was very stressful because, with everything closing, we had so many phone calls of businesses trying to figure out like what's covered and what's not covered. So that was like frustrating. But I stayed on track. Like I had all my food prepped, everything. I realized I didn't really have any exercise equipment. So I ordered a whole bunch from Amazon and it just came in yesterday. Because most of the times where the gym was giving equipment, I was working, so I couldn't even come. So I did get some. Shopping wise, I think I did really well. I didn't buy any junk. I just was really determined not to do so. My roommate did, but I haven't seen him. He brings all his, we have an agreement. He brings all his junk upstairs and all my stuff is down here. So that was a plus. I've been a little bit concerned because my roommate works at the hospital. My brother, he works directly in contact with patients. He's a PCA. My mom works at the hospital. So, I mean, I haven't seen them. I've been like video calling them, but it has been a little bit stressful with that. It was also kind of stressful just at work in general because when I was asking them multiple times, like, so what's the plan if we have to shut down? There was like, there is no plan because we're not shutting down, that kind of thing. So that was kind of frustrating, like not knowing what the deal is. I actually still technically don't know what the deal is because they told me what they thought they were going to do this week, but I was supposed to get a call today saying exactly what we're doing. And I texted other coworkers and they still haven't heard anything. So it's still a little bit stressful on that end, but overall, I think I did pretty well this week, so I can't complain. Yeah. I don't want to seem like I'm comfortable, like and everything. I am very tired. I think the whole mental part of it mixed with like just not knowing. Like, I'm just a person who needs to know a plan. So it's just like not having any type of plan for me has just been driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I try to like control as much as I can, and I know I can't control everything, but yeah, I had to get a punching bag, and I'm so glad it came in because that has been helping me out the past like 2 days. So yeah, that's all.
I hear you. I mean, I kind of felt the same way as you, because like even though we were busy the whole week trying to figure out all the easy stuff, I was kind of like, well, we're still not in the gym, so like how am I getting paid? But you know what I kept doing is I kept showing up every day, because I felt like the more I showed up for everybody else and then for myself, like people see that, and you know, I just kept rolling with it. And I know it's a little bit different with your job and your circumstance, but just keep showing up every day and just keep doing the best that Danielle can do on a daily basis. Like, you know, nothing is going to be thrown at us that we can't handle, right? So just keep being Danielle, keep being an awesome employee, and I guarantee you everything is going to work out. Like, I didn't ask any questions, and then I went to work the other day, and Jamon's like, listen, guys, you're still going to get paid. And it's like, you know, so even though the situation looks different, right? Like, we just keep showing up.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to let go of the anxiety of not being, you know, one of the, you know, fear of the unknown, number one, and then the uncertainty, and then having to kind of let go of the things that we cannot control, right? So, you know, your mom and your brother are going to be great. You're doing the right thing. You're keeping your distance from them, you know, and obviously like being from church and stuff like that, you know, that you just have to keep praying and having faith, and that like I totally believe that everything is going to work out for all of us. And, you know, I'm not giving in to that fear, and knowing that I can still show up for you guys on a daily basis gives me a lot of hope. You know what I mean? Like so just keep doing you, girl, because I know it's going to work out. And you know what, even if, you know what it is, they're not giving you an answer at your job yet, because they're figuring it out.
Yeah, and I try to keep that all into consideration, because I'm also like, I know this is new for everybody, so I understand that. So I guess I get it. It was just like kind of the way they answered questions that I didn't care for, but other than that, you know, it was just kind of like, I specifically was like, well, my roommate does work in the hospital, so if he has to be quarantined, I'm assuming I have to be quarantined too. And my boss's reply was, well, maybe you should move back home. And I'm like, that's not even an option for me. like that there's more people at home than there is here. So, and they work in the hospital too. So I don't know. I just thought that was a weird reply. So
yeah, and that kind of answer from them is like them not knowing what to say. You know, like everyone's trying to figure out what to say. So like they could have just been like, not said anything instead of giving you a, you know, a silly answer like that. But like in their heads mentally too, they have to worry about a certain amount of employees, and like they're probably sitting at home trying to figure out what that backup plan might look like, you know. So
I would have even been okay with we're working on it. Like, you know what, I'm like, we're working on it, you know, whatever. But that's not how it came up. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I can only control whatever I can control. So that's it.
Right. And the only thing that you control is, you know, being Danielle and showing up like you always do. And, you know, just keep doing that and try to let go a little bit of the anxiety and a little bit of the fear, and just keep doing exactly what you're doing, because you're doing fine. So, you know, like you meal prepped and you're keeping that same daily routine going in your life. And for me, I'm going to do that too. It's like meal prepping and still getting up at a certain hour. And this is why, like, today was literally the first day that I've been in like sweats and I feel like a bum and I don't like it. So tomorrow after I'm done with work, like I'm going to probably put normal people clothes on, because I don't want to get into that mindset of like, oh, I'm just home doing nothing, because like I want to find purpose, you know, for the day. And so just keep doing what you're doing, and it's all going to work out for all of us.
This is temporary, you
Yeah.
know, and
Right.
you know, a couple of things I heard you say was that they said there is no backup plan because, well, you're an insurance company, so right now there's people out there panicking, and you're there. You are who they're going to find out. Well, what am I going to do? How am I going to handle this? Whatever the case is, and the fact is that all that Amazon stuff that you just bought, you got that because you have that job, and it sounds to me like you're pretty much. Your job is pretty secure right now. So that's a good thing. That's a plus. So I
Right.
wouldn't even worry about what's the backup plan, what's the contingency plan. You know, your
Right.
mom and your brother, they work at a hospital, so they're in good hands there. You know,
Right.
they're on the front lines, yes, but they're also in a place where if something does happen to them, they can get help right away because they are on the front lines.
Right.
So like Shari said, you can't do anything about the things you can't control. Do the things about the things you can control, and that's what your purpose is, and that you've gotten this far being Danielle.
Yeah.
You've done an amazing job. So, like, there is no backup plan. The backup plan is that you're still going to be Danielle and you're still doing what you're doing and your job is very secure. And, you know, I mean,
God for
ask
that.
somebody like Dawn, who is on the front lines as well, you know, what she's been going through and get some advice
Right.
from her if you need it, you know,
Yeah.
because she's there.
Right.
Oh,
Good.
by the way, Dawn joined us late.
Sound good.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. You know, I'm glad you at least have the space to vent to us, because sometimes that's all we need to do is literally just get it off of our chest and we feel a little bit better. So
Right.
hang in there,
Thank
girl.
you.
And if you need me, just call me. You know I'm here.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Dawn, would you like to vent a little bit, Dawn?
That's a yes.
My venting has to do with work, but you know, I don't know. Just not having masks, not having things. It's a whole thing. We're in the process of buying our own masks, like from somebody that to bring. It's crazy. They've given us these paper masks that, I mean, and I'm not like on the front lines because I'm not in the ER, but you know, we will wind up with patients that are positive that, you know, on our floor delivering. It's just a matter of, you know, when. So
Well,
everyone's concerned when we're at work. It's very stressful and things change daily, you know, because they know we don't have really enough supplies. The CDC like relaxes all the you know, like what was good yesterday is or what was not okay yesterday is okay today. We're not going to have enough supplies. So
in all seriousness, I actually know someone that is getting masks probably Thursday. So if you would like me to put you in touch with them, let me know.
sure.
All right. And so I will share his contact with you.
Okay.
All
Because,
right.
like, literally right now, the girl who's getting them is like, we're each getting 10 so that we can shove them in our locker in case we get a positive patient, because we don't know that we're going to have them on the floor. It's scary, you know? And like Danielle was saying about, you know, living with somebody, I have a husband and 2 kids here. So like, I have a box outside my door for my shoes, and like, as soon as I change immediately, everything goes in the wash. Like, you know, it's just crazy. It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary, but I will, I'm going to text you the number.
Okay.
All right. That way, you know, he said probably by Thursday. So
Okay.
I'll let him know, and then I'll send his number to you as well.
That'd be good. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. And thank you for, you know, I know you're not right in the center of it, but thank you for, you know, you and all the nurses for doing what you guys are doing. Yeah, it's crazy. And you guys are my heroes, seriously. So thanks,
I was
Don.
just laughing because we just got Amazon, and it's not a mask, but it's my ladder, my floor ladder for workouts.
She's like, it's as close to
Yes.
having a mask as, you know, as anything. I got my ladder. It's fine.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
even
good.
know.
It's all good.
All right. Thanks, Don. Anybody else feel like sharing? Anybody like really scared shitless? Anybody want to vent? Elise, would you like to share more? Are you okay?
It is what it is. I feel like Mike and I are just like freaking out because we don't know what's going to happen with our wedding. And it's kind of like yesterday we kind of found out, obviously like everything shut down. So is the wedding venue too. So it's just like scary. And then they were just kind of like, oh, like, well, we're not going to worry about backup dates right now because everything's going to be okay. And I'm kind of like how you said, Danielle, like, I would like to have a plan. And like, so it's just hard. But like the Zoom workouts are fun and it makes things feel better. So that's awesome. And we're just like trying to do the best we can and stay positive. So
Good. I wouldn't, you know, I know that's hard. But sometimes we have to like change the way we look at things, right? So I know it's like, shit, I really wanted to have my wedding when I have my wedding. But let's look at this, right? So like, let's say they didn't cancel. So what's the most important thing that they're talking about, obviously, with the, you know, with spreading it is like, even if we're okay, right? What if we are carrying it and then spread it to somebody that's a loved one that may be compromised, and then you find out that they get it and then they get really, really sick and God knows what happens, right? So
yeah.
Let's like, sometimes it's like looking at perspective and looking at the bigger picture. And like, listen, there's no changing the fact that you're going to get married to Mike. Like you guys are getting married. Like you made a lifelong commitment to each other. All right. So the date may change. You know what though? What matters is that you're still going to get married. So I know it's a little frustrating because like the uncertainty, but like in times like this, I feel like looking at the bigger picture and having a different perspective on it, like may help a little bit. Like, you know, it's not the end of
I know like yesterday I was like really upset, but that's kind of like we bought our house like 2 years ago and like for the longest time Mike was just like, well, we don't need to get married because we have a mortgage and it's 30 years. And so I was saying that to him and he was like, it's true, but we're gonna get married too, you know. So it's just stressful, and the different routine is stressful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like everybody with their kids too at home, or like I work in the school, so it's like stressful. Even though it's like, oh, what do you do working from home as a teacher, or, you know, whatever. It's still stressful for everyone.
It's still stressful, 100%.
Yeah.
But we're all so resilient though that we find ways. And like I said, I know it sucks, right? Like you might not do the exact date, but like I feel like, and I keep saying,
Totally fine.
I keep saying to Ed, and I keep saying to like friends, like we were supposed to be in Puerto Rico this week, and you know, there's all these other things, and I just keep saying, you know what, like I know that there's something bigger and greater that's gonna come out of this, and I feel like the fact that we didn't go on our trip this week, I felt like God was like sparing us from something, and I just have to keep looking at the positive, bigger picture, because like
bigger purpose.
And the bigger purpose. So it's like, I know it sucks right now. I know it sucks and it's, you know, we're unsure of everything and it's different, but there is better and bigger that's going to come out of this. So like, let's all just try to like look at that. And I guarantee everyone it's going to be okay. It's really going to be okay. I guarantee your wedding, whenever it is going to be absolutely amazing, and that's all you should focus on.
Yeah, we weren't even.
Thank you.
You know that 7 years ago, she said to me, you know, I just, you know, we don't have to get married. And then another thing happened, and then another thing, and then it was like, okay, we'll get married by a judge. And I'm like, no, let's let Pastor Isaac marry us. And that turned into like, she didn't want to have anybody there, and that turned into how many people did we have? 60 people, 50
60
people.
But either way.
But that's somebody that didn't want a wedding, didn't want anything, didn't even want to marry me in the first place. So it's amazing how things evolve over that time. So, you know, in the proper time, you know, it's going to be an amazing, amazing day. So,
yeah,
things change in a heartbeat, but for the better. And like she said, it's kind of sucks right now, but it's her mom's 70th birthday, and she surprised her with it. And then, you know, we just had to cancel it last minute. And, you know, we feel bad for her mom, but her mom was the one that didn't want to go. She was the one that we wanted to respect her wishes. And then they basically shut everything down anyway, so.
But in that, I keep thinking, like, man, you know, now that when we actually go, like, we could probably go for a longer time. Like, we can, like, have a better trip. So that's why I said for you, at least, like, the uncertainty of not knowing whether you might be able to have it now, but like think of the actual possibilities. Like if it gets moved, it could be so much better than it might have been even now. So like, just that's how you have to look at it. And I promise you, it won't feel like such a like, oh my God. So don't worry about it too much.
Thank you.
All right. And anybody else? Well, Taryn, did you post a picture of your vision board for us?
I did that today. I said I have to do something because I was very overwhelmed this week. And, you know, I watched the video that Ed posted and you posted about yours. And I said, I've done this before in the past, and I was trying to find my old one. I couldn't find it, but I posted it on our group, and it was fun. It was relaxing. I enjoyed it, and I hung it up, but it fell down, so I have to hang it up again so I can look at it every day.
That's awesome. I started mine actually. I went to a friend's house and I started mine. And I didn't get to finish it because like I actually had fun enjoying cutting out of magazines. It was like a little more time consuming, so I'll just share with you guys. I wasn't even really planning on it, but yeah, I just, you know, it's kind of funny. I feel like before in the past, like vision boards, I feel like are kind of silly, but you know, and I really got into it this time, and I was like, you know, I constantly talk about like having positive thoughts and like the positive things that we think about, we manifest, and I really kind of took that into consideration this time when I was doing this vision board, and I was like, shit, I'm putting, like, I want to put on there exactly what I want. So I kind of did that this time, and I'd like to find some, actually more magazines. If anybody has magazines, you could donate them to me. But I really use that this time to visualize like the things that I want in my life when it comes to, you know, like love, family, religion, you know, myself, you know, lifestyle, you know, making more money, what I want to do with my life. And actually for once in my life, I'm like, oh my God, I freaking love it. So I can't wait to finish it. But, you know, I know everyone's dealing with change and stuff, but I'm glad that you were able to like do that, Taryn. And I'd like to see more stuff on there. All right. Really sit down and like look at, you know, the things that you want to manifest in your life and like add some more stuff on there, because if you put it on there, it will happen. I guarantee it. So great job though. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So I'm going to let you go. If anybody feels like they are having a hard time this week, you know, please reach out and text me. You guys are really, really good at that. And that's what I want. I don't want you to ever feel like, you know, you're alone or you're trying to come up with things on your own or whatever the case may be. But I'm here for you. I'm here, you know, if anybody, honestly, if you can't find things at the supermarket and you need, like, we have a Restaurant Depot card, we will take you wherever you need to go. Like, I just want to make sure
a group run together.
we could take a group run to Restaurant Depot. But if you're struggling with anything, please, please, please reach out. We can brainstorm. We'll get on the phone. I'm at home, so I'm here for you guys anyway. But yeah, just let's keep our heads up. Okay, positive mindset. Yeah, let's
smile, Maggie.
Let's smile. Let's put on regular clothes if we're at home. All right, don't wear pajamas all day, every day. And yeah, so we will meet next time, same time next week. But if you need anything at all, please, please, please reach out to me for anything that you guys need. I love you all. All right, I'll talk to you, and I'll see you on the Zooms during the week for those live workouts. All right. Love you guys. Bye.